Welcome back to Talking About Autism, the podcast where hard questions are asked, controversial subjects are addressed, and everyone has a seat at the table. I'm Aileen Lam, and each week, me and a guest dive headfirst into a topic important to the autistic community. As the director of social media at Autism Speaks, I'm here to share insight into our organization's work, but my perspective is broader than that. I'm more than just my job title. I'm a published author, influencer, and autistic mother of three, two on the spectrum, and I care deeply about building a supportive online community. So welcome to our table. I'm excited to welcome back Gillis Williams, also known as GW. He's an autistic self-advocate, TikTok influencer, and above all, entrepreneur. He's the owner, founder, and CEO of Autism Chose Me. Did I forget anything, GW?
I can't stop laughing when you say entrepreneur. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to make fun of you, Eileen. I know you have a French accent. I got an American accent, but it's too funny. On another note, you didn't forget anything, but you're too funny, Eileen. Don't stop being funny.
Thank you. Right back at you. So GW, we've been talking in the past few months about all the negative comments we receive on social media, and that's part of the game. But in a way, it's really damaging to the autistic and autism community. I mean, these comments they have a big impact, not just on people's mental health, but they have a big impact on us as an organization because it's making it harder. It's making our fundraising efforts harder. There is a lot of misinformation out there. There is a lot of disinformation. And then there is also all the, ignorance and hate on social media. And all of these things, they really impact the autistic community. We need to find a common ground. We need to bring people together so we can reach that same goal that we all want. We all want more services and more support for autistic people. So I think it would be great, GW, if you maybe read some of the negative comments you receive on social media, just so people are aware, because there is no, we need some awareness of these things so we can walk through them and make them better. So why don't you share some of these negative comments you're receiving on social media?
Sure. So I have a few comments right here. One of them I think is the biggest one, but very hurtful. I knew a girl who had autism. She believed she could fly and ended up in the hospital after she jumped out a window. Now, depending on how you interpreted that, don't know if that's true or not, but I interpreted that as a joke, a dumb joke. And it's unacceptable and shouldn't, very insensitive and on our shouldn't be on anybody's platform. Another comment I got: how did bro manage to make autism his entire personality? Kind of funny to me because I do talk about autism on all my videos, but that's literally almost every autistic advocate. They talk about autism, and the way he's saying it carries a lot of weight. It's supposed to be like, hey, dude, just go away, stop making autism your whole personality. Another one, he said if he never said I'm autistic on his TikTok account, bro would have no followers. Well, dude, what am I supposed to post? Because I'm an autistic advocate. I'm an autistic content creator. I don't just say I'm autistic in all my videos. I go through some other things. I delve into some other things that are humorous and fun. But yeah, it's like if you don't like it, then don't follow me. One guy said, and we'll get into this in a little bit, is bro acoustic. And let me explain that real quick. It's basically an immature trend started from like 13 and 14-year-olds in junior high, in which they're saying, oh, autistic is too hard of a term to remember or use, so I'm going to use the term acoustic instead. First of all, guys, acoustic and autistic are two different things. Acoustic is like a guitar. Autistic is a disability. And just because they rhyme doesn't give you the excuse to use acoustic as another alternative. Again, it's a little bit humorous, but also just very dumb and hateful and immature. Another comment I got is every single video is you talking about how you are autistic. Nobody cares. Find some new content. Well, my response to that is no. How about no? I'm gonna keep making the content I want. If you don't like it, then leave. Why do you use your autism for clout? Um, I don't really use my autism for clout, but and then the last one is where was it? Nobody cares about autism, bro. Do something else. Sad emoji, crying emoji. And then I guess he put like an emoji right before of like Greek theater masks. Don't know what that means, but um, I laugh at these trolls, and you always got to laugh at your haters, as my dad said, but I also you also got to take them seriously at some point and talk about them when necessary. Just like with what we're doing, we're talking about them when necessary because they, imagine what the comments you're getting from people who are commenting on Autism Speaks videos, even your Autism Cafe social media handles. They're literally harming and hurting organizations like Autism Speaks. And even on the other side, I'm sure there's hateful comments from people who are commenting on ASAN's videos or Reddit said videos. Those are harmful to them as well. But just focusing on me, they can be harmful if I don't treat them urgently and if I don't post the right videos and the right content, because I could make that mistake. Do you see what I'm saying, Eileen?
Yeah, no, totally. And I think your comments are negative in the sense that they're coming from people who don't know about autism. They're coming from people who are outside the autistic community and who are like criticizing you, and clearly like they don't know autism. Like they need autism awareness, like they're not accepting. And like that's the type of hate and ignorance you're dealing with. I think for Autism Speaks, it's different because, and you deal with that stuff too, but it's more about the infighting. It's all the fights like within the autism community. Like, how about the puzzle piece? How about the infinity loop symbol? Like all of these like futile, like very useless arguments, over terminology and symbols. And, most importantly, it's the spread of misinformation and disinformation about Autism Speaks as an organization that is really hurting us and hurting the autistic community. So I think the type of hate we deal with is different. I mean, none of it is good, right? But yeah, the hate Autism Speaks receives is frustrating because of how it hurts the autism and autistic community. Why don't I read you some of the comments I receive?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, here is one. I hope you don't wake up tomorrow. Smiley face. Well, I wish I could do that, but unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go to work, so not really an option. Let's see, next one. You are a terrible organization. Kill yourself and end it. That's pretty mild. The only thing that needs cleared up is adding an end date to your obituary. Peace sign. Okay. So, I mean, some of them are like kind of creative, but, it's also like not super cool. Don't wake up tonight, cookie woo. Kill yourself. Okay, whatever. Kill yourself. You have no reason to live. A lot. One of them is wine. Kill yourself and suffocate. You, 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 you. And, it's like really jump out the window, kill yourself, don't be autistic. Pretty cool. It's exactly what
Well,
we're talking about.
you can't not be autistic. Like you can't just take autism out of your brain. Like it's part of you. First of all, whoever said that, that's just ridiculous. Second of all, the thing is, Eileen, like, let me ask you a question. Do you brush those people off, or are you so affected by it because you read those comments every day?
Oh no, I wouldn't do this job if I was affecting by this, because this is like daily, but like it's not like once daily, it's like all day, every day, on the
Right.
Autism Speaks channel. So like I don't think anyone who's not able to brush these people off could do this job, because these people are like so relentless in their, attacks. And, to me, this is not advocacy. Like this is not how you get things down. I mean, it's funny, I guess, in a way, but it's not effective advocacy. Like,
Right.
why are they doing this? What are they achieving by doing this?
Right.
Yeah. What do you think, actually? That's a good question. Why do you think people do this? Why do you think they resort to insults and like spreading disinformation? Like, what are they trying to accomplish, in your opinion?
Are accomplishing nothing. Because, first of all, they're just a troll commenting on something and not getting anything done. I guarantee you, some of these trolls, they live in their mom's basement, just making 5 TikTok videos a day without showing their face, and they just comment and hate on people. I don't even worry about those people. What I think that they're trying to accomplish is nothing. Zip, nada, period, cut and dry.
So to you, they're not autism advocates or autistic advocates?
I think the specific comments I got, because I checked out their profiles a little bit before this podcast, I mean, they don't seem like autism advocates to me, not with the content they post. Autism advocate is somebody who posts content consistently, like we do, content creators, influencers, people who uplift a certain portion of our population or a certain demographic. From what I'm seeing from these advocates, they don't do that. So they're accomplishing nothing. I guess the only thing that I could say, if I had to give you an answer, aside from the word nothing, is that all they're accomplishing is just spreading more hate. And we don't need hate on this podcast or anywhere else in our advocacy, for that matter.
Okay, well then how about people, like, let's take Autism Speaks example. There are a lot
Right.
of people, like, beyond those like hateful messages, there are also a lot of messages spreading misinformation, on purpose or not, I don't know. But like, for instance, someone said puzzle piece and blue are misrepresentation of autism. I mean,
Right.
okay, that's just like, that's your opinion, right?
Right.
Your campaign is horrible. Autism isn't a disease and doesn't need a cure. We're not looking for a cure. We know autism isn't a disease. Like, so why are these people saying these things? You treat autism like it's a disease, so you and everything you do. We don't, oh, Autism Speaks is a hate group. No, we're not. Like, what is the point? Why are people doing this? Because these things, they're not true. It's just misinformation and disinformation. Why?
Because they're trolls. That's what trolls do. I mean, haters have been around and hecklers have been around since the dawn of man. And they've been doing, whenever somebody has a new idea or an idea that's controversial or an idea that doesn't quite see eye to eye with everyone, there's going to be a group of haters that are naturally going to hate. So the reason why they do that is not only to get attention and start a movement, but they're just trying to spread harmful messages. It's not really one of those things, Eileen, where I can give a logical answer. I mean, you're asking me to give a logical answer for something that's illogical. They're just not thinking, and they need to, get a Q-tip, clean their ears a little bit in their brains, and start to think of smarter things to do than just posting hateful comments to you and I. As somebody who works with Autism Speaks, since you do, you have to say like yes and. So for example, yes, we got to ignore the haters and the trolls, and then what do we do after that? So we got to have a good call and response. So the response, in my opinion, as a content creator, would be to veer towards the people that are supporting our organization and work with them. Find out by working with them and collaborating with them how we can talk to the other side the best way possible. How can we create a good sense of urgency to them to get involved, but to get involved in the conversation together as one and find some middle ground between both sides? So when I say we need to ignore the haters and the trolls, yes, we have to do that, but then we got to have a good response to it. And in a nutshell, in layman's terms, as I'm saying, work with people who support us so we can get people from the other side to have a good conversation about us and find that middle ground.
I like that. And I feel like that's what you and I were doing right now, right?
Right.
We are working towards that middle ground. And I wish more people would join us in our effort to bridge the gap, right?
Right.
It's really shame that there is a gap, because again, we want the same thing. So why is there so much discord and disagreement and misinformation, disinformation on social media, right? There's got to be a way to come together. You know what? We're never going to agree with everything. You know, I'm sure there are things I'd say you disagree with and vice versa, but we agree on the most fundamental things. And I think 99.9% of the autistic community agrees on these things, and we need to find some common ground. And these comments are just not it.
Right. You know, my message to all the haters and trolls out there, and to the advocates out there who I'm friends with or I'm following who don't support Autism Speaks, just let's just let my message would be, let's just say theoretically, if Autism Speaks was gone tomorrow, yes, you'd be happy, but imagine the damage that you'd be causing. Think about the other side. Think about the people who do love Autism Speaks and who do love their services. What's going to happen to them? And then you're just unleashing a bigger monster than the one that you think is already out there. We have to step up, all of us, and we have to come together in a good light and a good sense. And it's not by clashing over a puzzle piece or an infinity symbol. Again, it's just about finding middle ground. And for those of you out there who are making those bad comments, just try your best to at least think about who you're making those comments to. I mean, honestly, Eileen could be completely hurt and broken down by the comments that she just quits doing what she's doing, but she doesn't. She stands up here, she's doing this podcast with me, and she's fighting through those hateful comments. Now, imagine flip the script. If she was posting those hateful comments towards you, would you be doing the same thing she's doing and fighting? Probably not. But I can't speak for you guys. Purpose and the final thing is that we all need to come together and work together.
I love what you just said, GW. And I think it is beautiful. Like, seriously, that was so beautiful.